coming to work at Lionhead is something I've always wanted to do. I mean, of course, I'm going to embarrass you here and say that when I first got there, I thought, I'm working with Peter Molyneux. This guy's done all these great games.
That lasted 5 minutes, Ron. After 5 minutes, both of us then said, well, look, hang on a second. I liked it, but
I didn't like this about black and white. I didn't like that about black and white.
And then, of course, I came back with, I didn't like this about Warcraft. I didn't like this about StarCraft. And what actually happened is the two of us started creating this list. There was Peter's, I hate this about RTS games, and
yeah, me, all the stuff I hated about the war game, the God game stuff, and Creature and things like that.
And I think our passion then was to create the best of both of those games together, and it's kind of started to come together now.
I think so. I'm really actually amazed and proud of how it's come together. Before it seemed like, all these different elements, and Peter and I worked very, very hard to get all those elements together. And the interface, I think, is incredible. It's just so easy to play the game.
I mean, I think the key thing is I can remember us saying, look, we've played a lot of RTS games, but we want this, and we want it now.
Yep.
And, you run through the list of what things you want.
Well, I think I've always wanted a nice, simple interface, because I think some of the interfaces are getting just too crazy and out of control. And I think we went through and we said, okay, let's make it nice and simple. I think we wanted depth, so we had, the physics, took advantage of that, took advantage of the simulation stuff, and just the whole God feel. I mean, that is a really powerful thing, to be able to put that into an RTS, that you are a God.
I mean, it is, that was the thing, is I think, we came together and said, right, a God game should be an RTS game, and an RTS game should be a God game. Why the hell hasn't it been done before? Why haven't we had just armies which are thousands of people versus thousands of people? Why haven't we had a game where you can create your own attacking styles, where there isn't any limits to what you do? And the way we've done that is by using the hand. It's that interface thing. The hand can pick up anything, use anything, direct anything, throw anything, pour anything, brush through anything, and that is the point. It's a totally new way of playing an RTS game.
Yeah, and also the simulation and the graphics and everything that actually change everything in your environment depending on how you play. I mean, if you're playing in a good way, changes everything. Changes the way people look, changes the ground, changes the environment, changes your creature. If you want, you can have the ultimate creature, the ultimate weapon of destruction. And that is just so cool.
That's right. I mean, I remember the conversation. And do you remember as well, both of us said at the end of this is going to be impossible.
I know.
It's just too big, it's too much. We cannot take this game to this level. But we've done it. And I think it was about 9 months ago when we first sat down and played the game.
We have a big plasma screen, and we sit and we test the game on it. And there was an evening in particular, I think we were just really excited, like, wow, this is going to be incredible.
I have to explain that when you design things, a lot of time you sort of say, hey, let's do this, let's do that, let's put this in, let's put that in. I kind of feel like when I'm a designer, I'm like a kid in a toy shop. I want this, I want that, I want that. Well, we suddenly get all our toys. Suddenly it's Christmas. Suddenly we're sitting down and playing the game. That can be the most scary time of your life, because you can sometimes, I've done games before where you thought, no way, it's not going to work, this is a disaster, we'll have to go back to the drawing board. And a lot of people that you work with will want to shoot you at that point. But this time, that just kind of didn't happen.
No, it didn't. We were lucky. And also for your skills, that just sitting and massaging it and getting it to work the right way. And this is a new experience for me. I've never worked with another major designer before, and I really have enjoyed the experience. Just, sitting down and trying to figure things out. I mean, going back, it is funny to think about that. We fought so hard about some of the things we didn't like, and I think at the end of the day, it's been a really good result.
You gave me a hard time about God Build. The idea
I
you
sure
can
did,
squeeze, trees down on buildings. I know I had to sell that to Ron for hours.
I was like, that's cheating.
Exactly. I said, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm cheating. I want that house
Wait a minute.
now.
Though. You love to cheat.
That's true. I do love to cheat.
But you'll beat me at every game I've ever played him against.
Well, it's not designed unless I win. That's the truth of the matter.
Yeah, we've played multiplayer games against one another, and he always beats me.
So in the end, what's it turned out to be? It's turned out to be really, well, it's a whole team's dream, obviously. That's the important thing to say. It's a whole team's dream, but really it is two different designers sitting down and saying, what's wrong with the games that they've designed in the past, and how we can make it right in Black and White too, and join it together and make something totally unique. And that's our ambition, and that's, I think, what we've achieved. I hope everyone enjoys Black and White, because I think it's a hell of a game.